Designing clothes is a structured process that involves several sectors, including the style office, the pattern department, the cutting room, and the packaging department. The fashion designer is the central figure, but they receive important help from other professional figures such as pattern makers, prototype makers, cutters, and specialized tailors. In addition, after production is complete, the garments must be checked and prepared for shipment to the various outlets, where you can see them, try them on, and if you like them, buy them. Fashion is based on the designer's creativity and flair. In the first phase of the production process, in fact, it's the designer who devises and designs single garments or entire collections, considering the commercial needs of the company, such as target, price, etc. Then the design is further developed until the actual garment takes shape through sketches. There are two types of sketches, image and technical sketches. Image sketches are purely graphic representations of the garment. Technical sketches include more specs about the garment. Either have the same goal, to communicate the project both to the other offices of the company and to the public. Image sketches make greater use of shapes and colors to highlight the aesthetic aspects of the garment and arouse interest and curiosity. The technical sketches, on the other hand, provide information about the measurements and details of the garment, simplifying the work of pattern makers and prototype makers. They are also used to quantify approximately the necessary raw materials. In addition to shapes and lines, the designer indicates the most suitable yarns and/or fabrics to realize his idea and suggests the possible treatments to get a particular effect. Fashion designers don't rely solely on their art. They also need to consider the economic and productive framework. They are also guided by business strategies, market research, and trend forecasts. They work for companies whose managers spend most of their time trying to identify the target audience. The target audience is the customer for whom the collection is designed. Customers are grouped according to a series of factors, among which age, profession, income, lifestyle, and habits. The more limited the target, the smaller the potential market, but the greater the chances of meeting their attention and elicit their purchase. Once identified the target, it is time to carry out specific market research. In other words, we need to identify people's needs so that we can provide them with products specifically designed to meet their needs. This research is mostly based on scientific study, but it also includes more intuitive data. The professional figure who collects these data is called trend hunter. Trend hunters try to interpret new trends and changes in style. In this way, designers can have a blueprint of product types, preferences, and sales channels that will be mainstream in the forthcoming seasons, and design clothes that are going to be cool and get more chances to be sold. Subsequently, the designer is supported by pattern makers and prototype makers. Together, they try to figure out whether a project is feasible or not. They build the prototype and carry out a series of technical checks. The key element of this phase is the technical data sheet. It contains all the information to produce garments that comply with the original project, materials, costs, and other specifications, such as measurements, details to be made, stitches, etc. The technical data sheet accompanies each stage of the production process. It is updated every step of the way. The first department draws information from the corresponding section of the data sheet and fills out information for the next department. Some companies outsource the creation of the model and prototypes to third-party firms. The pattern maker receives the sketch from the fashion designer. They must be able to read and interpret it correctly in order to turn the project into actual patterns. After transferring the project onto cardboard, the pattern maker cuts all the parts and then assembles them to form the sewing pattern. After that, they fill in their section of the technical data sheet and prepare the cutting chart. This avoids unnecessary waste of fabric. Today, this work can also be carried out digitally through specific software.